Javier Baez tweaked his right ankle over the weekend. He didn't play last night. He is not in the starting lineup tonight. Addison Russell plays short. He could be used as a pinch hitter off the bench. Andrew McCutchen leads things off. Fires away at the first pitch. It is fouled back. Strike one.
Keep an eye on Quintana also, because he's been very good arm side in the last 5 starts. Means keeping everything away from the right-handed hitters.
That one misses. The man calling balls and strikes tonight, longtime veteran umpire Hunter Wendelstedt. 50-degree night for Hunter and the rest of his crew. Chris Siegel, Mark Carlson, and Vic Carapazza from first to third. That one's high. 2-1 from the Cubs' Quintana. Joe Maddon told us earlier today there's not a change in philosophy when it comes to pitching. They're not necessarily throwing more strikes or doing anything differently. They do appear to be less inclined to walk guys. That one gets the top of the zone than other teams. Not afraid to pitch to contact. A lot of guys are. And he said they're just pitching well. .13 career leadoff home runs for the veteran McCutchen. This one to left. That's where Schwarber is for the first out of the night.
So Quintana's 91.5 average velocity with the fastball, Eddie, but he's got that quick arm action, so the ball jumps a little quicker. As a hitter, is that what we call sneaky fast?
It's that, and also that he hides the ball well from the right-handed hitter more than even the left-handed hitter. And he keeps it hidden behind his body, and that when that quick action from that arm comes in, that 87 appears to be 91, and that 91 appears to be 94.
Gene Segura had a big hit last night, kind of a bleeder over the head of Rizzo, which changed the game in the 9th inning. Segura's in the middle of an 11-game hitting streak, which is the longest by a Philly this season and the longest active streak in baseball. And that is a fair ball down the line past Bryant, and it takes a carom, which is going to allow Segura to go into second base with a stand-up double. So Gene Segura continues to hit really well for the Philadelphia Phillies. That's his 10th double of the season.
Gene Segura, his job is to get on base. He's got very good speed. Chokes up on the bat. Pitch comes in, and he's able to pull it on the ground. When all this launch angle stuff is going around, Gene Segura is one of the players that continues to beat the ball on the ground, using his legs and still finding holes around the infield.
And here comes the right fielder, Bryce Harper. A walk machine. He is trailing only Andrew McCutchen in the league. He's got 35 of those. McCutchen 36. And he has had a field day at Wrigley Field. Fouls that one off, and the Phillies scatter within that dugout. 18 games. He's reached base safely in every one of those games at Wrigley Field, and on base of .512.
And of course, May 5 through 8 of 2016, Joe Maddon walked him 13 times in 19 plate appearances and said, he's not going to beat me.
The pitch he has struggled with, the high fastball, 92 miles an hour, and now behind 0-2.
Keep an eye on this location here. It's usually up and away, but this time just up works, and you see how that bat head gets under the baseball. This has been his hole for, I want to say, not only this year but the last couple years. If you're able to execute up in the zone with good velocity, more often than not, you'll find a lot of success against Bryce Harper.
And again, a fastball to his pitching side versus his glove side. Quintana's been really good at that. Will he stay up there?
And Ravi, we've talked about this in the launch angle era. So many pitchers are going up in the strike zone. Justin Verlander said, elevate and celebrate, and it works depending on that bat angle, and it's worked against Bryce Harper. He's trying to make that adjustment and has the last few days at least.
Last time we saw the Phillies, Harper's defense was the difference. A game in Philadelphia delayed by rain, but a couple of sparkling defensive plays in a win. Breaking ball no good, 1-2.
Okay, now he showed him down and away with that slider. Now the MO is to come right back up with that 93-mile-per-hour pitch right on that top line of the zone.
3 homers, 4 RBIs in the 18 games at Wrigley, hitting .310 in his career here. Segura's on second after a double. McCutchen flew out to left.
Too much of the middle of the plate. Bryce right now with a 1-2 count. He's anticipating anything, looking hard, adjusting to anything soft. Good Raleigh fingers. Mustache working there, not mentioning the goatee. Again, the report is you can elevate up again with the fastball or slider down and away.
Good take by Harper, who's been very effective this season for the Phillies. He's hitting .229 on the year, but when you get runners in scoring position, just shy of 300, hitting .293. He's 12 for 41, 21 RBI.
He's laid off some good off-speed pitches. Time to go fastball up. Ooh, went with the off-speed. Give him credit.
Down on strikes.
Give him credit on that one. And Bryce Harper strikes out for the 11th consecutive game. This time a 76-mile-per-hour slider. You see it right there off the hands. Takes a lot off it. Remember, the fastball was at 93. This time, this one catches him way ahead.
And now one of the better hitters in baseball, Rhys Hoskins, steps in. Another guy that challenges the pitching staffs. He will see a lot of pitches. Harper, McCutchen, way out. So does Hoskins with how many pitches he sees.
Usually works a deep count, and he crushes that ball down in the strike zone. Quintana's going to have to be careful here.
4.66 pitches per plate appearance. Eleven homers, 36 runs batted in. The 1-0.
Remember, before the game, Joe Madden told us the reason he walked Harper 13 times in a 4-game series is that Ryan Zimmerman behind him in that series was not swinging well. But he goes, we can't do that. Now they got Rhys Hoskins, and then he said of JT Realmuto, I don't like him either. Like, I don't like to face that guy.
And JT Realmuto last night made him pay, not only with a big base hit, but also the home run.
Hoskins did Realmuto did everything last night. Defensively, offensively. Hoskins now ahead 3-0.
But that shows the respect right there, Carl. 2-0, you go breaking pitch in the first inning, where now you're pretty much telling him, I'm not giving you anything good at all to hit.
Yeah, so he's seen almost 4,900 pitches since his debut in 2017. So this is clearly a pull hitter. 70, almost 75, 3/4 of the time. Rhys Hoskins will pull it to the left side. His catcher may have cost him a strike when he dropped that ball, and a 4-pitch walk to Rhys Hoskins. JT Realmuto coming up. We said it at the studio.
And Ravi, this is not a replay of the 9th inning of last night's game. Doug Glanville, Gary Sanchez does it again.
Well, we know the streakiness of Sanchez, but it comes in power bunches, and that's why he's so dangerous.
3-run homer in the top of the first inning, Ravi. The Yankees out to a 3-0 lead on the Orioles.
Sanchez's 14th career homer against the Birds. That's his most against any opponent. And now Realmuto. Hit the go-ahead home run on the 10th last night, and a chance to put him up early here in this one.
This is why the Phillies are so much better offensively than they were last year. They have Hoskins to protect Harper, and now they have Real Muto to protect Hoskins. It's a completely different middle of the order than the one last year.
All-around game. JT last night, he had a big tag in the 5th inning, scored the tying run in the 6th, the final run of the 3-run rally to tie it later, and then the 10th inning homer.
Guys, and it doesn't get any easier because probably their hottest hitter is on deck in Cesar Hernandez. And last night he again had a great night offensively.
Wonder if you're a pitcher, Eddie or Tim, what you're gleaning from this early Hunter Wendelstedt strike zone. We've seen a couple within the K zone that have been called balls on the bottom half.
It just tells me he must be wearing thermals and he must be nice and warm because it's cold out there.
That's a breaking ball on 2-0 on 2 straight batters. Just another reminder, there are no more fastball counts, and our pitchers today are going to spin it more often than they're going to throw that fastball these days.
Real Muto, 6 homers, 29 RBI, hitting .277. This one's center field, and Albert Almora is there, and a little basket catch. All right, they strand 2. Cubs coming to the plate when we come back to Wrigley.
My experience with USA Air has been excellent. They really appreciate the military family, and it really shows.
With all that USA offers, why go with anybody else? We know their rates are good. We know that they're always going to take care of us.
It was an instant savings, and I should have changed a long time ago.
It was funny because when we would call another insurance company, they would say, oh, we can't be USAA.
We're the Weber family.
We're the Tennies.
We're the Hells, and we're USAA members for life.
Get your USAA auto insurance quote today.
Arby's sells more euros than anywhere else in America. Partly because of this 2 for $6 deal, partly because of our unending passion for Greek flavors. But mostly the deal.
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
Can you convince my dad to ditch his expensive wireless plan?
Well, right now you can get 4 lines for $100 a month.
Tell him I want unlimited gigs.
No problem.
Mobile hotspot?
Done.
How about this brand new phone?
Free.
I've always liked free.
Ready to switch?
Sure.
Switch to Boost and get 4 lines, each with unlimited gigs for $100 a month. Plus, get 4 free LG Stylo 4 phones. All on Boost's super reliable, super fast nationwide network. Boost makes it easy to switch. Switching makes it easy to save.
Oh, I forgot the...
Dr. Pepper! And delicious Dr. Pepper.
Are you worried your time travel will alter the future?
The butterfly effect? Nah. Ah! Oh, they're gentle creatures.
Dr. Pepper, so nice to treat you!
An incredible lawn deserves an incredible lawn tractor. Test drive American-built strength today. Visit your local retailer and receive $100 off select XT Enduro Series models.
How do you gauge the greatness of an SUV? Is it to carry cargo or to carry on a legacy? Its show of strength or its sign of intelligence? In crossing harsh terrain or breaking new ground? This is the Mercedes-Benz SUV family. Greatness comes in many forms. Visit your local Mercedes-Benz dealer for exceptional lease and financing offers. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Whip out the SPF.
You're gonna thank me.
Because it's Memorial Day weekend, and bookers are out here skipping and gliding and steaming and eating dip. Memorial Day is coming, so book a place to stay and be a booker at Booking.com.
Blue Moon is a Belgian-style wheat beer brewed with Valencia orange peel for a flavorful and refreshing taste that shines brighter. Reach for the moon.
Kevin Connors here in studio. We hope you're enjoying ESPN's coverage of Major League Baseball. Due to time constraints, we move ahead to further action.
3rd homer in the last 4 games for Carlos Santana. And speaking of homers, here's Chris Bryant. First pitch slider away. Big weekend against Washington. 5 of 13. He had 3 homers. If you didn't see it on Friday, he homered in the 7th, and then the 8th, and then in the 9th.
He and J.D. Martinez, only 2 players ever to hit a homer in the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning of the same game.
Decent company. consider yourself in the same breath as J.D. Martinez as a hitter, you're good. 2-0 right back up the middle in the vacated hole at second base with the shift on, and another aspect of Chris Bryant's sudden hotness at the plate.
Well, this is definitely going against the numbers. 2-0 count. You're expecting Bryant to be able to pull this ball like he usually does on the ground. Instead, has the discipline to hit it where they are not. Takes a base hit right there.
And now Anthony Rizzo's first chance, the first baseman tonight. Get the sense that most of the guys kind of would prefer the 82-degree temps tomorrow. And for Rizzo, hitting one out to right will be a big challenge with the way the wind is blowing. The first pitch from Eflin is down. 11 homers, 31 RBIs. You take a look at the right field at Wrigley.
I will tell you this, and as you notice in the foul poles, which usually you have the Billy Williams and Ernie Banks numbers, the flyers, the banners, better said, they are not there because of the wind, but the scoreboard in right field and the scoreboard in left field have made a big difference in this ballpark. Blocking down, knocking down some would-be potential fly balls with the wind blowing in. And now those are homers because they block the path of the wind. So it's still doable.
Wonder what type of impact, if any, this weather will have on Rizzo. He's been dealing with kind of a sore back. He missed 4 games. Came back over the weekend with a solo shot on Sunday, but this is not great weather for the cranky back.
And I wonder if the weather is affecting Zach on the mound. 2-0 falling behind on Bryant, now 3-0 falling behind on Rizzo.
And how would the weather affect that?
Well, the dryness of the, you know, and you always see pitchers in this temperature ask the umpire when they go up to the mound, may I lick my fingers around the rubber?
Rare low pitch call for a strike from Wendelstedt, 3-1. Quintana also threw a bunch of pitches in the first. Take a look at our 3D K zone, and if it goes through there, you'll see some pink light up on your screen, and that didn't go through there.
South of the border, you could say.
By Quintana, a walk here in the first inning, and men on first and second. Phillies weren't able to score. See if Wilson Contreras, who comes to the plate now, can capitalize. Think about the National League. Are you looking at the 2 leading candidates to get to the All-Star game as catchers in Real Muto and Contreras?
You could, but don't forget you also have Yadier Molina, which will take a lot of those votes also.
He had 4 hits in the game Friday night against the Nats. A .321 average, in the first pitch from Eflin in there for a strike at 95 miles an hour.
And this has been a pleasant surprise to be able to get this bat back after last season, just a subpar offensive season for him. They've been able to rest him a little bit more. Victor Caratini has, coming off the disabled list, he's been able to play a little bit and give him a rest. And the numbers are showing it.
Double play candidate. As athletic as he is, and as a good base runner as he is, hard ground ball to this infield with Segura and Cesar Hernandez. Phillies are looking for a double play. This guy can move around the bases, though, when he gets the head of steam going.
He can, and you're talking about probably the 2 fastest catchers in all of baseball. Right there right now, one behind the plate and one hitting.
Justin Bohr told me about Real Muto. He said you watch him run and you say that can't be a catcher. No catcher can run like that. That's how well he runs. And Contreras, as you said, Eddie, runs pretty well too.
the scoreboard view looks like. They are still waiting to hang a number up there on all the games that are going on. We continue to update those with Kevin back in our studios and Doug Glanville. 1 out, 1-2. 2-2, and that was a rare walk, as you mentioned, only the 10th season. Anthony Rizzo.
And that last pitch was a good purpose pitch. See if it opens it up now for the slider down and away. Threw it hard in. Realmuto asking for the ball up, but let's see if that's exactly what he asked for. Slider away.
And he missed by a lot. 3-2.
And you see with the runner at second base, Kris Bryant, JT Realmuto asked for the ball up, just a decoy to see if Bryant would give him location or not.
You running here, Eddie? 3-2?
I do not. Not with Jason Hayward on deck. I don't run. And they
runners are going. That one is hit on the ground. They get out of the double play. Bryant just came around third. He's coming home. And Kris Bryant never stopped running. The Cubs go on top 1-0.
They stay out of the double play by starting the runners, and just another reminder what a great base runner Kris Bryant is. He's not the fastest guy in the field, but he scored from second on a ground ball here.
Yeah, we asked Joe Madden a couple years ago, who's your best base runner? And without any hesitation, he said Kris Bryant. And this is why. Once he sees contact, he recognizes it, and he's his own coach. Ken Butterfield at third base, the third base coach, he was like, stop, stay there. No, he had it. That's his timing, his clock. That was on him.
Great read by Bryant on the bases. He gave a look over his shoulder. As soon as he saw Segura commit to throwing, he kept motoring, and he puts the Cubs up 1-0.
Brian Butterfield at third base. I said, Ken, excuse me on that one.
And now Hayward with Rizzo at second.
Remy, it's so encouraging to see somebody run the bases really well, because I say it all the time. Unfortunately, the base running is the worst I've ever seen in all the years I've covered, and to see somebody who has such a good feel and understanding for that play.
That was an athletic baseball play. And you're preaching to the studio as well. You know, Glanville gets driven crazy by the base running and trail runners, etc. Just a heads up play by Bryant.
And this is a team that's not afraid to make outs on the bases by being aggressive. We all know about Javier Baez, how exciting he can be when he's on the bases. Contreras the same way. But Kris Bryant, smooth and smart.
And Eflin, a rare second walk in an inning. And it may be that he's having a hard time gripping the baseball. You got Realmuto going to the mound. So as they go to the mound, let's go back to the studio. And I know, Doug, that had to make you feel good just watching somebody as aggressive as Bryant and smart as Bryant.
Yeah, I actually fell out of my chair with enthusiasm for just watching great base running. But Bryant has done it his whole career. Last year he was a little bit down, but when you look at the metrics of his ability to go first to home, second to home, and first to third, he's always been at the top of the charts. And that's an example of having great instincts, not hesitating, and don't dismiss the angles that he took around the bases. That was critical to have a straight line to home plate. Excellent job.
And let's not dismiss the idea they were running on the 3-2 pitch either. He doesn't get obviously close to home if they're not running.
But that's classic Joe Madden, old school baseball guy who loves the way we used to play the game.
Watch how he cuts third tight. Doesn't open up that much, and he was coming in a straight line because he was on the verge of stealing third. Perfectly done right there.
Also speaks to his health, which we've talked about as well. You get the shoulder affects your ability to swing. When you don't feel good, you're not doing anything like that as aggressively as Bryant just did it.
It's such a great sense of time and place. Scott Rowland used to be that way. Scott Rowland was not the fastest guy in the field, but he was the best base runner on the field every night because he knew what he was looking at.
I'll tell you who was really good as a Cardinal, as a teammate of mine, was Albert Pujols running the bases. Smart. And we know he's not one of the fastest.
Larry Walker could run, but he was a great base runner.
Albert Almora 1-2. Here's a guy that started off really slowly and has completely turned things around. In fact, since the 25th of April, he's batting a team high .347. Only 5 others in the league have been better during that time. And Eflin's pitch count goes up to 27. First 21, he was hitting sub 200, and since then almost 350 with the power and everything else. Is it possible that Zach Eflin's going to walk 3 guys in an inning?
9 coming in, 3 in an inning. That doesn't follow.
He's walked 2. Bryant, who scored, singled. Rizzo and Hayward both aboard by the walk. Gabe Kapler had counted on Eflin to take him deep into games. Moore calls time.
He hasn't been able to throw the slider for a strike. And hitters recognize that quickly. They sit on the fastball. Hunter Wendell sit behind the plate. It's been pretty tight also on the corners.
3-2. That's another walk. Wow. Zach Eflin has 3 walks in the first inning. You could not have predicted this, and that's going to get a meeting from the Philadelphia Phillies pitching coach. First time he walked 2 in an inning this year, and now he has walked 3. And the bases are loaded in a 1-0 game. I know you like to say it, but every time you go to the ballpark, you don't know what you're going to see. This would have been like the last thing you would have predicted.
Especially with the wind blowing in. You expect, here, hit it as far as you can, as hard as you can. You're going to get it. You're going to have to beat me and the wind.
And our conversation with Gabe this afternoon, what makes him so good?
He's fearless.
He's not afraid. Somebody hits a double, he'll throw the next pitch to the next guy in the same place. And maybe he'll roll over, but he doesn't walk guys.
He pitches to contact. In this inning, he has not.
No. Daniel Del Scalzo's got a chance with the bases loaded. There you go, strike 1. He was in the middle of the excitement last night. A triple scored on an error in the 8th inning. In there for a strike.
2 great pitches, both off-speed pitches. Been able now to throw them a strike against Descalzo. He's going to need that pitch to continue to be effective, at least to last in this game.
1 career grand slam, and what a big at bat early in this game. 1-0. Will it stay there? It does. They leave the bases loaded, so they minimize the damage. Bryant's base running puts the Cubbies on top, and we're hanging a number.
Gatorade Zero. All the electrolytes, 0 sugar. Get more out of 0.
The 2 for $5 mix and match deal from McDonald's is back. Choose from some of your all-time favorites. So good. How good. It's time to celebrate because 2 for $5 mix and match is back.
I want it.
I can't believe it.
That Carl brought his karaoke machine. Nothing but a heartache.
No, I can't believe how easy it was to save hundreds of dollars on my car insurance with Geico.
Tell me why. You say.
Go, Kevin. Go, Kevin. No.
Believe it, Geico could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
It's time for MLB Pitch, Hit, and Run. the official youth skills competition of Major League Baseball. Sign up today and play your way to the National Finals, and you'll get the chance to compete during the 2019 MLB All-Star Week in Cleveland. Sign up for free at pitchhitrun.com.
Great. Another wireless ad. So many of them are full of this complicated, tricky language about their network and offers and blah, 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 blah. Look, Sprint's gonna do things differently and let you decide for yourself. They're offering a new 100% total satisfaction guarantee. Try it out and see the savings. If you don't love it, get your money back. See? Simple. Now Sprint's unlimited plan comes with one of the newest phones included for just $35 a month. So switch now.
Fearless offer deserves a fearless performance. Action!
Get 4 lines of unlimited data for $100 a month plus 4 free smartphones when you switch.
Now jump!
Cut.
Jump!
Lunch.
No! Jump!
Is this a lunch order?
Jump!
Ooh, do they have chimichangas?
If you or a loved one used talcum powder for routine feminine hygiene and later suffered from ovarian cancer, call right now.
Call 1-800-980-8798. Again, that's 1-800-980-8798.
Quintana, Lester, Hendricks, 45 walks in 36 games started. Hamels in that group as well. Their turnaround this season certainly can be attributed to their pitching, and there have been some encouraging signs from Darvish lately as well. There was a big showdown last night, if you will, between Darvish and Jake Arrieta, who in a sense Darvish basically replaced here in Chicago. There's a great standing ovation. We'll get into that a little bit later on here for Arrieta as the fans recognized how significant Arrieta was to their success from 15-16 World Series title team. It was a good moment. Now Cesar Hernandez leads things off, the second baseman. Eddie made the point. He's probably their hottest hitter, and you see he's got more hits than anybody else. Slow roll at a third. Bryant fields it. Fires across the diamond to Rizzo for the first out. So, of course, there's the preseason prognostications that come out, whether from individuals or from some types of analytics. And Pacoda, which is one of those analytics, projected the Cubs to finish like last place in the Central Division, if not second to last. And one of the reasons that they projected them to do that is because the Lester, Hamels, Quintana, Hendricks, Darvish group, you see what their projected ERAs were relative to their actual ERAs on the right-hand side of the screen, and they've all outpitched those projections. And again, that's what led to the conversation with Joe Maddon about, are you doing anything philosophically different? And look, Lester's having maybe the best year of his career.
I think the concern was having so many older type starting pitchers. How are they going to hold up over the long run? We'll see about that. I must say, boys, I'm always a little bit confused. Baseball is the one game that is so great you can't predict it, and we're trying to predict what's happening for at the end of the year and what's happening 5 years from now when we don't know what's going to happen 5 minutes from now.
Right.
That's the ultimate beauty of the sport, is we don't know what's happening next, and yet we insist on telling everyone, here's what's going to happen this year and 5 years from now.
And I'm telling you who right now, who are the ones that are applauding this. It's the older pitchers around the league and the agents, because that's one of the things that a lot of teams use, the analytics, to project older pitchers and what they're going to be. Well, these guys are defying all those projections.
Scott Kingery, who's in the lineup, and as Gabe Kapler told us earlier, look, if we get a chance to play him and he produces offensively, we're going to get him in the lineup. You look around the field tonight, you're looking at probably the two most versatile lineups with guys that just play multiple positions. Ben Zobrist isn't with the Cubs right now, but Kingery is one of them. And his story is a fascinating kind of baseball story as he gets punched out. And Quintana picks up strikeout number.
Chili's 3 for $10 presents a crowd-pleasing variety of 5 amazing entrees, served with a starter and drink for just $10. Lunch with your best friend and her kid, who is awkwardly staring at your kid. Together, we Chili's.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
Hi. Most people know me for my award-winning comedy, but
I also used to be a doctor.
It's just like most people know State Farm for home and auto insurance. We've also won 5 J.D. Power Awards in a row for life insurance.
I don't know how you got those in there, but I'm impressed.
Now what?
I don't know.
Life insurance you didn't expect from the company you know you can trust. State Farm.
Tonight, you landed enough Wyndham Rewards points to land in that oh-so-alluring place in your screensaver.
See you soon, Hammock.
Jealous. Tonight, La Quinta. Tomorrow, you triumph.
Really? Man, this is what I feel like when I wear regular shoes. Cramped and uncomfortable.
We can arrange a little upgrade.
Which is why I wear Skechers wide fit shoes. They have extra room throughout. They're like a luxury ride for my feet.
Try Skechers wide fit shoes.
The only thing better than this bourbon are the friends you share it with. Jim Beam Black, the world's highest rated bourbon. Their words, not ours.
Is this ride safe?
Assembled it myself last night. I think I did an okay job.
Just okay?
What if something bad happens?
We just moved in the next town.
Just okay is not okay, especially when it comes to your network. AT&T is America's best wireless network according to America's biggest test. Now with 5G Evolution, the first step to 5G. More for your thing. That's our thing.
It's race time in Monaco. The Monaco Grand Prix, presented by Mother's Polish. Sunday at 9 a.m. on ESPN with an encore on ABC.
Kevin Connors here in studio. We hope you're enjoying ESPN's coverage of Major League Baseball. Due to time constraints, we move ahead to further action.
So Harper steps in, 0-1.
Remember the location of that first pitch. Up.
One down, but
that one was a mistake. Contreras wanted that ball up. You go there, and you miss in the strike zone there, and Bryce Harper will make you pay. See Contreras take a couple steps forward, saying, do not do that again.
Two and one. There have been, of course, a lot of swing gurus that have tried to diagnose whether it's Bryant or Harper, whatever superstar finds themselves in an early season slump. There are a lot of people that have opinions as to what it is that the hitter can do, whether it's an axe bat for Bryant, a quieter approach. The player has their own opinion and idea. That one is right down Broadway at 93 to even it up at 2-2.
Looking for something soft and gets that fastball right down the middle. I like what he just did there with that practice swing. That's the approach that he should take. Soft and through, keeping the top hand facing up, bottom hand facing down through the swing. Steve Garvey used to do that in his prep back in the day.
Palm up, palm down. We were talking about that before the game.
Harper right on the ground to second, fielded cleanly by Descalso, and he'll throw out Harper 0 for 2 tonight. Bottom third coming up from Chicago. We'll see Rizzo, Contreras, and Hayward.
The Pizzone from Pizza Hut. It's meaty, cheesy, melty, and you know it's big. The Pepperoni Pizzone is back and part of the $5 lineup. 2 or more, just $5 each. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
guilty. Pour Homme and the new Parfum.
There we go.
This Memorial Day, start your summer off right in a new Chevrolet.
Oh, wow.
It's time to upgrade.
You guys outdid yourself there.
I'm gonna go and get a Chevy.
An exciting summer begins at your Chevy dealer. And now during the Chevy Memorial Day sales event, get 0% financing for 72 months on these select Chevy models. Or current GM owners can get $2,750 total cash allowance on this Traverse. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
It was a tough call, but our new senior VP goes to Mike.
This wasn't the first time. Claire had been passed up for the promotion. But it would be the last time. Upload your resume on Indeed.
Kevin Connors in studio. We hope you're enjoying ESPN's coverage of Major League Baseball. We will take you back out to your game coming up after this.
Uh-oh. Looks like someone's still nervous about buying a new house.
Is it that obvious?
Yes, it is. You know, maybe you'd worry less if you got Geico to help with your homeowner's insurance.
I didn't know Geico helps with homeowners insurance.
Yeah, they've been doing it for years. What are you doing? Big Steve?
Thanks, man.
There he is.
Get to know Geico and see how much you could save on homeowners and renters insurance.
Find inspiration in every mile. The Mazda CX-5 with Turbo. Feel alive.
Gatorade Zero. All the electrolytes, zero sugar. Get more out of zero.
Half-price games Wednesday at Dave & Buster's. Now Hump Day is Play Day. Why wait for the weekend? All games, all half off, all day Wednesday. Only at Dave & Buster's.
Every time it's been way too long. A Corona gets its line. Every time you're not related, but you're definitely family. Every time you meet from across the party. Every time all of us is all we need. And every time your favorite place is more about who than where. A Corona gets its line.
Hi, my name is Rick, but everyone calls me The Rick. When I'm on the treadmill, I watch ESPN Plus on my phone. It's $4.99 a month, and you get a free trial for 7 days. Personally, if it is free, I will try it. Guys, this is not good for my knees.
Zach Eflin bats, fifth inning, one down. Top of the K zone, but called the ball 2-0 to the pitcher, who flew out on a really good catch by Jason Hayward in the third inning.
But to Eddie's point earlier, look how dark it is now that it's gotten darker. Look how dark it is behind Albert Almora in center field compared to even left field and right field. It's much darker out there.
No doubt. Eflin swings and misses. No, there's no doubt it's darker behind the center fielder Almora.
And Scott Kingery may have a play in that dark area tonight, having basically never played center field here before, and that's a tricky spot.
Look out. Spinner up the middle. Russell can't get it, and the pitcher, Zach Eflin, delivers. On a 2-2 count, he's aboard with a single. Hey, watch every out-of-market regular season game live or on demand. MLB.tv. Your subscription includes MLB at Bat Premium. It allows you to stream live baseball on your favorite supported devices. Blackout other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. So Eflin's down there at first. He had both patella tendons operated on in consecutive months. He had his right knee and his left knee in August and September of 2016. One is enough.
Wow.
He had both in consecutive months. Strike one to McCutchen.
That's what Jose Quintana does to you. He's been pitching McCutchen hard in for the first couple at bats, and all of a sudden throws him a changeup. First pitch outside corner. Strike one. So he goes back in.
Contreras, he's got a beat on it. And the second out.
This is where Quintana's been so good this year. He recognizes the adjustments being made to him, and then he makes the adjustment back. That's what smart pitchers do, and he's learning his craft even more every day.
Our pitching analyst that helps us all out sort of suggested that earlier today in an email to all of us, just how Quintana can think along with the hitter. We're always grateful for the work of our friend Dave Swanson back in Bristol. Strike one. And just when you think you figured out Quintana and where he's going to go, he'll change up on you.
Going back inside. Well, Contreras just jumped around back there. Interesting, a catcher jumping around with no runner at second base. Usually see it with runners at second base. But Contreras, he's one of those guys that just loves to stay busy behind the plate.
'88th pitch of the night in the dirt. Phillies have had 7 runners on base tonight. They're 0 for 7. One is down, and it's 2-2. Just talked about Craig Kimbrell, the Cubs bullpen. Pedro Strop threw from a mound for the first time since he was put on the IL with a hamstring injury, so he's going to throw again later this week. Doesn't look like Brandon Morrow is going to come back until at least July. Beaten into the ground. Bryant backs up. He'll flip to second, and that's where they will get Eflin. And that'll do it. 4.5 in the books as we continue from Wrigley on a Tuesday night.
Experience the style, craftsmanship, and technology that have made the RX the leading luxury SUV of all time.
Lease the 2019 RX 350 for $399 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
This would be awkward if you were sharing these nachos with anyone but yourself. Nachos are now a meal with your choice of double the seasoned beef or slow-cooked shredded chicken plus a medium drink. The $5 Grande Nachos box, only at Taco Bell.
Hi, my name is Rick, but everyone calls me The Rick. This is what I call the Mount Rushmore of the most legendary athletes who have their own shows, all on ESPN+. So you got LeBron James, More Than an Athlete, KD, The Boardroom, Peyton and Kobe. They do the show Detail with just a couple geniuses breaking down game film. No big deal. This is obviously not to scale.
This Father's Day, give Orvis, not ordinary.
The two most important days in your life are the day you were born and the day you find out why.
This Father's Day, give Orvis, not ordinary.
Here in studio, we hope you're enjoying ESPN's coverage of Major League Baseball. Due to time constraints, we move ahead to further action.
I learned the Daily Wager, which is a show that we now do, which has to do with sports gambling and obviously the proliferation of that. But in baseball, one of the ways that they break the game down is they will basically take odds on the first 5 innings, when the starter is on the mound. They don't dive too deep into bullpens because of the unpredictability of the bullpen. And this is a great game where, as well as Quintana and Eflin are pitching, it becomes a bit of a toss-up when both of those guys come out, because the bullpens, for the most part around baseball, are not those lockdown bullpens that you have seen in the past. There's a few teams that are really deep. I mean, the Yankees certainly come to mind, but that's one of the ways it was brought to my attention that wagering is done on baseball games, just first 5 innings.
Well, the bullpens get so much work today.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time before they wear down and they start to become vulnerable. It's just happened a little bit earlier this year than normal.
So a couple of ground balls here from Eflin moving into the 5th inning. 2 down for Albert Almora.
Continue on that subject. I mean, you look at the Cubs and Steve Cishek, what he's been able to do. He's been phenomenal as far as being able to go out there and shut down, give you shutdown innings. 12 1/3 consecutive scoreless innings. But you need more than just one guy.
Remember, for the trade deadline, at the trade deadline last year, more relievers moved than any other position. The same thing will happen this year, because relievers help you win down the stretch and in the postseason. They help you win all season with as much as we use them. There's great value in them if you can keep them fresh. That's the hard part.
Now, how different will it be this season with the one trade deadline?
Well, the GMs I've spoken to say there's going to be a ton of action before July 31st, more than usual, knowing you don't have August to deal.
Almora gone, 1-2-3 inning, and that guy, Bryce Harper, coming up. He's 0 for 2 in a 1-zip game.
This is the couple who wanted to get away, who used Expedia to book the vacation rental, which led to the discovery that sometimes a little downtime can lift you right up. Expedia, everything you need to go.
Experience the epic adventure that's fun for the entire family.
Wow.
It's you and me, bud. Always.
How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World. Own it now on Blu-ray, DVD, and digital.
Seems word sure spread far and wide.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Captain.
Captain.
Captain. Captain. Captain.
Captain?
It doesn't look like your average zero-turn mower. Because it isn't. Step up to the all-new Ultima series from Cub Cadet.
At Mercedes-Benz, we make every vehicle to be eye-catchingly beautiful. We make them to be exhilaratingly agile. We make them to be meticulously engineered. And for the CLA, we also made it for this. The 2019 CLA. Lease the CLA 250 Coupe for just $299 a month at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Kevin Connors here in studio. We hope you're enjoying ESPN's coverage of Major League Baseball. Due to time constraints, we move ahead to further action.
Quintana wanted that pitch. See him look away after he executed that off speed in the corner. Three deep. K-Zone says it was a strike.
Bryant lost it. Russell lost it. And the fans didn't. They get it. Hey, Play Ball is MLB's initiative to inspire all forms of baseball and softball participation, making play opportunities available and fun for everyone. To find a youth organization near you, go to playball.org.
Eddie, when the wind's blowing like this at Wrigley and you used to come here as a visiting hitter, you would check the wind every morning?
Absolutely.
First thing you did?
Absolutely. Especially if I knew a lefty was on the mound. I would definitely check to see where the wind was. One, for offensive, for the offensive situation, but also to pray that a pop-up or a fly ball wasn't hit my way if I was playing the outfield. Because it is an adventure here. It plays so differently, this ballpark, depending on how that wind is blowing.
And don't you have an app on your phone that says whether the wind is blowing in or out every day?
Oh, yes.
What's that called?
Good question. It comes out automatically as soon as.
Yeah, I'll have to install that myself tonight when I get back.
Don't all weather apps tell you the wind blowing? You have
no, but he's got a special one about the wind at Wrigley Field.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
There's an app for that?
Of course.
Hoskins reaches out, slow roller. Russell there. Eddie's blowing in the wind right now, literally. So we'll go back to the studio.
And guys, a big night for Big Red in Baltimore. Doug Glanville, it's the lightning quick bat speed of Clint Frazier again.
And Frazier, see how short his follow through, just sort of flicks it out there, but showing the backspin and the power, almost like an instant replay of his previous home run.
He had a 2-run homer earlier, 3-run homer there, and then speaking of, it's an eye gouge from Rowdy Tellez.
Once again, just a smooth swing pass, very easy stroke, and gets the distance to go with it.
His second home run of the night. 5 RBIs now for the Jays. Ravi?
So they're coming off the top rope. We got a little Roddy Piper eye gouge reference from Connors there. Did you just see how dejected and defeated the Orioles center fielder was when I think the 100th homer they've given up sailed over the wall?
And again, just in case, the app actually, the site is windsblowingout.com. Windsblowingout.com. Here we go. It's blowing straight out. There you had it.
They have an app for everything.
Hey, and just in case, they also have a Twitter handle called Wrigley Wins, at Wrigley Wins. Wish they had that when I was playing.
Would have made things a lot easier. That's WINDS. Wins.
Yes.
That's where the analytics comes in hand. Not with the wins and the spelling, but where the second baseman played JT Realmuto.
Can you convince my dad to ditch his expensive wireless plan?
Well, right now you can get 4 lines for $100 a month.
Tell him I want unlimited gigs.
No problem.
Mobile hotspot?
Done.
How about this brand new phone?
Free.
I've always liked free.
Ready to switch?
Sure.
Switch to Boost and get 4 lines, each with unlimited gigs for $100 a month. Plus, get 4 free LG Stylo 4 phones. All on Boost super reliable, super fast nationwide network. Boost makes it easy to switch. Switching makes it easy to save.
Gatorade Zero. All the electrolytes, zero sugar. Get more out of zero.
Yeah!
There we go.
This Memorial Day, start your summer off right in a new Chevrolet.
Oh, wow.
It's time to upgrade. You guys outdid yourself there.
I'm gonna go and get a Chevy.
An exciting summer begins at your Chevy dealer. And now during the Chevy Memorial Day sales event, get 0% financing for 72 months on these select Chevy models. Or current GM owners can get $3,250 total cash allowance on this Colorado. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
It was a tough call, but our new senior VP goes to Mike.
This wasn't the first time Claire had been passed up for the promotion. But it would be the last time. Upload your resume on Indeed.
Beautiful, isn't it? Just wait till you get to the register. Introducing new lower prices on produce. Attaboy.
The 2 for $5 mix and match deal from McDonald's is back. Choose from some of your all-time favorites. So good! How good! It's time to celebrate because 2 for $5 mix and match is back.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
Kevin Connors here in studio. We hope you're enjoying ESPN's coverage of Major League Baseball. Due to time constraints, we move ahead to further action.
Kingery, a tough at bat here. He's fouling off a lot of the Edwards fastballs and laying off those breaking balls in the dirt. I don't think that's a big challenge, Eddie, for a guy like Edwards to change a delivery so dramatically.
Well, he was working on it in spring training, and it seemed he's trying to emulate a little bit of what Clayton Kershaw has done for all these years.
And Kenley Jansen, too, yeah.
1-2 up the middle. Tough play. Russell will flip it in time. Tough play. Russell and Dale Scalzo. The Phillies will probably want to at least take an internal look, and now it appears as if they've made the decision not to review it.
Slow developing play here. I thought Hernandez was going to make it easy, but give Daniel Descalso a lot of credit, man.
Bare hand from Descalso on a tough play, and barely held on to this.
I mean, the beauty of it is Descalso had to backtrack and feel for the bag and then make a bare hand play as your body is going the other way.
A cradle piece right there for Descalso. Dangerous hitter Franco. Breaking ball misses. Yeah, you're right, Eddie. Slowly developing. The idea that ball traveled so far, almost to the outfield grass before it was touched by anybody, made you think that there's a chance Hernandez was going to end up beating that ball to second.
This is where the defense is so important to the Cubs. The premier, their best shortstop, Javi Baez, is not playing tonight. The guy playing behind him is a really good defensive shortstop. Also made a very nice play there.
You saw Odubel Herrera. He's on deck. So once again, Tim Kurkjian's predictions of the pitchers going each 6 innings is going to be proven to be correct. Look out, 3-0. Just kind of feel the anxiety here, the way Edwards has come in. Gave up a single, then a real close play at second. Now 3-0.
Love it. Love that Gabe Kapler is trusting in Franco there on a 3-0 pitch. He said, okay, this is time to mature, to grow up and see if you know how to handle the bat on 3-0. Pitch was outside corner. You see a little cut to it.
He
went for it.
Didn't even get a fastball, a four-seamer on 3-0.
That one is hammered to left. Over the head of Schwarber. Off the wall. Here's your throw in to third. Safe at third. Runners in scoring position. A ringing double from Michael Franco.
This is where Gabe Kapler made a great decision on Michael Franco to be able to give him the 3-0 green light. You instill confidence in your player. Yeah, you're hitting in the 8th spot, but I still believe in you having the discipline of being able to make hard contact, of not going for it. He did. Okay, he missed it, but now psychologically for Franco, he's like, man, my manager believes in me. I handled it. I understand what I have to do on the 3-1 pitch, and that time hit a linea right over Kyle Schwarber's head. Easily, that ball went over 110 miles per hour.
Schwarber played it really well. Edwards is in trouble. Phillies are in business, and Odubel Herrera pinch hits now. 10th double of the season for Franco. Fastball fielded by Edwards. He'll have one play. Nice job by Edwards Jr. on a hard hit ball. Back at him for the second out. Not sure if that caught him or he caught it.
Find inspiration in every mile. The Mazda CX-5 with turbo. Feel alive.
And Doug.
What do all these people have in common, Limo? Exactly. Nothing. They're completely different people. That's why they need customized car insurance from Liberty Mutual. They'll only pay for what they need. Yes, and they could save a ton. You've done it again, Limu. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
You guys hungry?
Chili's 3 for $10 presents a crowd-pleasing variety of 5 amazing entrees, served with a starter and drink for just $10. Celebrating because Nana went blonde, and your 18-year-old went full gray. Together, we Chili's.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
What's a target date fund?
529 plan?
A 10K.
What's an ETF?
An IPO.
401K?
Where do I start?
Empower yourself with the free tools and resources on investor.gov. Before you invest, investor.gov.
I see what's possible instead of what's here. Others see cracked concrete, broken backboards, run-down courts. I see a way to bring pride back to communities. Art can change it all. Bright colors, a bold vision, and it can be somewhere that brings people together for games or hangouts or whatever. A place that makes people proud, like this is my neighborhood. That's why I made Project Backboard and a site with GoDaddy. How will you make your mark? Make the world you want.
With so many mattresses out there, how do you know which one is really the best? Just look at how the Purple Smart Comfort Grid, made from a super comfy yet ultra supportive material called hyperelastic polymer, cradled those unfertilized chickies. Purple's unique design cradles your pressure points and redistributes support to the rest of your body for maximum comfort and support.
Purple's Memorial Day sale is here. For a limited time, get $100 off and free Purple sheets.
Kevin Connors here in studio. We hope you're enjoying ESPN's coverage of Major League Baseball. Due to time constraints, we move ahead to further action.
And this is the difference between the axe bat on the left and a regular handled tapered bat on the right.
As Wilson Contreras steps in using your traditional bat.
And I must admit, watching Sunday Night Baseball the other day with Alex and Jess, they were talking about this. And the grip itself, it just fits nicely in your hand like an axe. Top hand, and there's no way you can roll over. It's very difficult to do so in this position. And that's one of the main aspects of why to use an axe handle bat.
Contreras, center field. Kingery's coming in, and he's there to make the play. It has been an adventure, Eddie.
Yeah, it has been an adventure there. But again, another reason why you see a lot of guys that have hamate issues, hamate bone issues with this, it takes away the pressure from guys on this part of the hand. So when you use this, it's very comfortable, but at the same time, you always know consistently where the bat head is. And when you sometimes feel of trying to get on top of the baseball this way, actually, your feelings could be the worst thing for you. What you need to do is understand that your hands are going to be on top of the ball. And with this, palm up, palm down, it creates that natural path. And you'll see more players, I believe, starting to use these type of bats. Remember, creatures of habit. Chris Bryant, Mookie Betts, George Springer are guys that use this bat.
Pitching change here in Chicago. Garcia did his job. 2 down.
Mother's CMX ceramic spray coating. Its revolutionary silicon dioxide and titanium dioxide blend goes on lightning fast, wet or dry, and creates a game-changing, ultra-durable, super hydrophobic barrier between your car and a world of mess. Coating and caring for your vehicle has never been easier or more affordable. Mother CMX ceramic spray coating. Join the revolution.
Tonight, you landed enough Wyndham Rewards points to land in that oh-so-alluring place in your screensaver.
See you soon, Hammock.
Jealous! Tonight, La Quinta. Tomorrow, you triumph.
Seen the far side of a mountain, swallow the sky. As you travel through the valley, as you're speeding.
The 2019 Infiniti QX50. Luxury should be lived in. Lease the all-new Infiniti QX50 for $379 a month.
AI unlocks the art of science.
When you open a bottle of beer, I don't think many people actually know the level of science that's filled into that bottle. Back in time, it took Carlsberg several years to produce a new beer. But using Microsoft Artificial Intelligence, we will be able to detect new flavors in a split second and develop better beers faster.
With AI, we redefine what's possible.
So cheers.
An incredible lawn deserves an incredible lawn tractor. Test drive American-built strength today. Visit your local retailer and receive $100 off select XT Enduro Series models.
Hi, my name is Rick, but everyone calls me The Rick. You can do a free trial for ESPN Plus by signing up on ESPN app or ESPN.com. Personally, free and trial, they're two of my favorite words in the English language. If it is free, I will try it. Trial is kind of a touchy word, though. I mean, it makes you feel like you did something wrong, right? I don't want anything near a trial. even if it's free. Maybe you guys should come up with a different kind of thing. Like it's just 7-day free.
Hey! Brady! Hey. Okay. Yeah. Noah! I'm up.
Your arm tired yet?
No.
You good?
And down to second base. On a wild pitch. Chris Bryant into scoring territory as we return to action with Jose Alvarez. His first pitch out of the bullpen, a wild one to Jason Hayward. He's been really good lately. He's allowed 1 earned run and 6 hits in his last 9 1/3 innings pitched. As Realmuto goes out there to go over the signs with a runner on second. Take one more look at the pitch that we came back to kind of in progress. Just a spiked in the dirt pitch.
And the problem is JT Realmuto's spread out and he asked for a slider. You can't move your feet that way. You can't get in front of it. And that's why it got away. And it's not recommended for catchers to be in that position when you're asking for off-speed pitches and runners on base.
Jason Hayward be clutch like McCutchen was for the Phillies. With Bryant at second base, he looks at a strike from Jose Alvarez. Gave you the good on Alvarez. The bad is that he has allowed 5 of the 10 inherited runners to score. Slow roller. Cut off by the shortstop, and that was a slow developing play, but Segura cut in front of Hernandez to retire Hayward. And we're through 7 with the Phillies up by 1.
I like to make my life easy.
Romo mode.
Good luck with that one. Yes! That's why I wear Skechers slip-ons. They're effortless. Just slip them right on and off. Skechers slip-ons with air-cooled memory foam.
Gatorade Zero. All the electrolytes, zero sugar. Get more out of zero.
Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, yes, he did. Let's go Mets.
Rivalries are tough.
Go Nats! That's not what this says.
Saving money with Geico
What is?
is easy. Geico, proud partner of MLB.
Can you convince my dad to ditch his expensive wireless plan?
Well, right now you can get 4 lines for $100 a month.
Tell him I want unlimited gigs.
No problem.
Mobile hotspot?
Done.
How about this brand new phone?
Free.
I've always liked free.
Ready to switch?
Sure.
Switch to Boost and get 4 lines, each with unlimited gigs for $100 a month. Plus, get 4 free LG Stylo 4 phones. All on Boost's super reliable, super fast nationwide network. Boost makes it easy to switch. Switching makes it easy to save.
What's going on up here?
Can't see what it is yet.
What is that? That's a Blazer? It's a Chevy Blazer?
Oh, this is dope.
This thing is beautiful.
I love the lights.
Oh, man, it's got a mean face on it.
It looks like a piece of candy.
Look at the interior. This is nice.
This is my sexy mom car.
I would feel like a cool dad.
It's just really chic.
Love this.
It's gorgeous.
I would pull up in this in a heartbeat. I want one of these.
That is sharp.
The all-new Chevy Blazer speaks for itself.
I don't know who they got to design this, but give them a cookie and a star.
It was a tough call, but our new senior VP goes to Mike.
This wasn't the first time. Claire had been passed up for the promotion. But it would be the last time. Upload your resume on Indeed.
Kevin Connors here in studio. We hope you're enjoying ESPN's coverage of Major League Baseball. Due to time constraints, we move ahead to further action.
Rhys Hoskins bats here, guys. Thank you. By the way, Alonso is another Axe bat user, and he is the 10th player in baseball history 16 or more homers through their first 50 games. He has 3 more games to challenge the record. But Alonso, where would they be without him? And they're struggling, but my goodness.
And remember, they didn't even think he was going to make the team, but he had such a good spring, and they said, all right, forget service time. We're going for it now. And thank goodness for their sake that they kept him.
Remember, Jed Lowry hadn't played. He was going to be the number 2 hole hitter. It's the 11th of his 16 homers that have come in the 7th inning or later. So Pete Alonso ties that one up. It's amazing, you know, where we are in the calendar, and it feels like both those teams have to win, both the Mets and Nats, every game they play. Phillies have been playing so well lately. 1-2 to Hoskins. High pop up left field. 2 away. That'll bring up the catcher, J.G. Realmuto. Good pitch. Shallow right field. It's going to hold up for the second baseman, who drifts back to get it. Quick inning for Kinsler. Bottom 8 coming up at Wrigley. They're going to need a run here to tie it.
I know what you're thinking. Electric. It's not for you. And you're probably right. Electric just doesn't have enough range. It will never survive the winter. Charging stations? Good luck finding one of those. So maybe an electric car isn't for you after all. Or is it?
Where is the lamp?
Disney's Aladdin, rated PG. This is Jerry. Jerry has a membership to this gym, but he's not using it. And he has subscriptions to a music service he doesn't listen to and 5 streaming video services he doesn't watch. This is Jerry learning that he's still paying for this stuff he's not using. He's seeing his recurring payments in Control Tower in the Wells Fargo mobile app. This is Jerry canceling a few things. Booyah. This is Jerry all set to watch the next game. This is Wells Fargo.
Man, I wish we had some.
And rich, delicious Dr. Pepper.
Cool robot.
Thanks, but actually he's a cooler from the future.
Wow.
Don't touch. He's very cold.
Dr. Pepper, so nice to treat you.
This would be awkward if you were sharing these nachos with anyone but yourself. Nachos are now a meal with your choice of double the seasoned beef or slow-cooked shredded chicken plus a medium drink. The $5 Grande Nachos box, only at Taco Bell.
Captain. Captain.
Captain.
Captain.
Captain.
Captain.
Captain?
Kevin Connors here in studio. We hope you're enjoying ESPN's coverage of Major League Baseball. Due to time constraints, we move ahead to further action.
2-2 to Bodie. And that's going to get into the seats. Checks his bat, makes sure it's not broken. Last home run came Saturday. It was against Steven Strasburg. Two on the ground. Franco gets it, fires. Not in time. What an effort. But great hustle from Bodie, and there are 2 aboard here in the 8th. Well, we've made a big deal out of Nolan Arenado throwing from the ground. How about this effort by Michael Franco? But an infield hit for Bodie.
And he wanted that one too. He's got to protect the line, playing no doubles. Goes to his left, gives it an all-out effort. David Bodie getting down the line, throwing off that knee.
Well, this is a spot for Javi Baez too. This just means he must be injured enough not to play in this game.
Agreed. First and second for Schwarber. Strike 1. Hitting .219 with 6 homers and 15 runs batted in. Of course, the Kyle Schwarber as a leadoff hitter has been debated since he's been a leadoff hitter with Joe Madden. Single will tie it. Jam shot. Foul ball. And he's now behind 0-2. That was slow enough that had it been fair, it might have been a close play at third base.
So recently against the shift, which is was much more dramatic than this shift, whereas Franco say would have moved way over towards second with 2 strikes. Schwarber tried to bunt with 2 strikes. It didn't work, but was wide open down there, and I'm not suggesting he's going to do that or try that here, but he tried it recently.
Alvarez trying to get out of a jam. The 0-2.
There's Real Muto back there on that play, moving those feet.
Former teammate of Schwarber, Jake Arrieta, looking on a 1-2, beaten into the ground. Schwarber retired, and the Cubs will strand 2. Alvarez gets the job done. Philly leads 2-1 after 8.
Look at that. Sustainable wild caught or responsibly farmed. And now at a lower price. Ah, confetti.
Gatorade Zero. All the electrolytes, zero sugar. Get more out of zero.
Does team chemistry promote success, or does success translate into team chemistry?
It's baseball's biggest riddle, like what came first, the chicken or the egg?
No, everybody knows the egg came first.
They're not those kind of analysts, but they do analyze and break down the game and all the players every night on MLB Network's MLB Tonight.
Talking about chicken and eggs makes me hungry.
What kind of world do you want to live in?
I want to bring families closer together.
I want to bring pride back to our communities.
I want people to wear what they want. I want us to be free to talk about mental health.
I want humanity to reconnect with nature.
I want sustainable to be the solution, not the alternative.
Make the world you want.
You've got the power, we've got the tools.
Hey, I'm Zach, CEO of Roman. Some health issues are tough to talk about. With Roman, you can go online, chat with a physician, and if treatment is right for you, we'll ship FDA-approved medication right to your door. Roman, let's take care of it.
This is a hernia mesh legal alert. If you experienced problems following hernia repair that resulted in removal of the hernia mesh, you may have a case.
Call 1-800-296-1275 for a free case evaluation.
Kevin Connors here in studio. We hope you're enjoying ESPN's coverage of Major League Baseball. Due to time constraints, we move ahead to further action.
Tempted to bunt ball 3.
Astros won 14 out of 15, outscored their opponents by 55 runs during that time. And you're right, once they get completely healthy, where is the weakness there?
I think the most impressive part of the Houston Astros is that last year they led Major League Baseball in strikeouts. Their pitchers did. All of baseball. Also, they led all of AAA in strikeouts, AA and A ball in strikeouts.
Rizzo will field that one, and that will do it for Hernandez. All right, let's take a look at our triumphant moment. It's brought to you by La Quinta by Wyndham.
And it's about the approach that they had against Andrew McCutchen, pitching him in, successfully getting him out, not once, twice, but 3 times. And then good old veteran stays focused on what he does best. And once Kinsler decides to go away, he makes him pay with 2 RBI. And those 2 RBI put them ahead by 1. He's a great Instagram follow, by the way. He is creative. Funny. We were talking with him before in the clubhouse, and he enjoys it. He says, if I ever have any downtime in a boring clubhouse, one of those where I can hide a little bit, I'll get creative and I'll have my skits down. So if you get bored, follow Andrew McCutchen.
Well, we all know, I mean, he is as creative as anybody with his artwork and his personality. He's a funny guy.
Impersonations.
His impersonations are great.
Sing, he can dance. Said it last week. We should have a talent show in the big leagues. Him, Stephen Vogt, a few others. Pretty impressive.
That'd be good at the All-Star game or something like that, right? I'm in.
You be one of the judges, like a gong show, maybe?
Oh. You have any impersonations, Tim?
No.
Carl?
Just him.
How did I know that was coming?
But many of them are inside things, like the deep sigh. You could deep sigh, you know, nobody would know that's, yeah, like that. You just did your impersonation of Tim. Joe Maddon has recently suggested that he believes that the bullpen for the Cubs will come together. And you certainly can appreciate Joe's optimism and confidence. And as a manager, that you have to instill confidence in your own team. That has definitely been one of the things that the Cubs and their fans have been worried about. And this one is laced into left. Schwarber going towards the line. That's over his head. This will be a double for Scott Kingery.
I think off the bat, Kyle Schwarber thought he had it. He had a good jump on it, except the wind kept pushing it away from him. It's a good jump. Just keeps pushing and pushing away, and Kingery gets a second.
Now that brings Joe Maddon out, knowing he can ill afford to give up another run. So Cedeno will come out of the game.
Geico makes it easy to get help when you need it, with licensed agents available 24/7. It's not just easy. It's having a walrus and goal easy.
It's a walrus! We're dead!
it, big guy. Good job, Duncan. Way to go.
It's not just easy, it's Geico easy.
Oh, Duncan, stay up. No sleepies.
Find inspiration in every mile. The Mazda CX-5 with turbo. Feel alive.
The Pizzone from Pizza Hut. It's meaty, cheesy, melty, and you know it's big. The Pepperoni Pizzone is back and part of the $5 lineup. 2 or more, just $5 each. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Can you convince my dad to ditch his expensive wireless plan?
Well, right now you can get 4 lines for $100 a month.
Tell him I want unlimited gigs.
No problem.
Mobile hotspot?
Done.
How about this brand new phone?
Free.
I've always liked free.
Ready to switch?
Sure.
Switch to Boost and get 4 lines, each with unlimited gigs for $100 a month. Plus, get 4 free LG Stylo 4 phones. All on Boost's super reliable, super fast nationwide network. Boost makes it easy to switch. Switching makes it easy to save.
Don't just dream about your next vacation. Book your next vacation. Be a booker at Booking.com.
XL guys aren't built like everyone else. That's why DXL isn't built like any other clothing store. With sizes starting at XL, from Lacoste to Levi's, Brooks Brothers, and more. Built to fit. Built XL. DXL.
Kevin Connors here in studio. We hope you're enjoying ESPN's coverage of Major League Baseball. Due to time constraints, we move ahead to further action.
So, Ravi, back to this Cub bullpen. If they think they're going to go back to and win the World Series like they did in 2016, they're going to have to make an adjustment in this bullpen.
Sure.
And let's not forget what happened in 2016. They went and got a Aroldis Chapman.
Yeah.
And traded Gleyber Torres to get him. And we see what a stud that guy is. But they felt they needed Chapman, and they did. And I think they're going to need to make another move if they're going to be a World Series team this year.
I would agree. Kimbrel just seems to make sense here. You can see kind of the frustration there on Joe's face as Kyle Ryan falls behind 1-0 to a dangerous hitter and Franco. Slings that one in there and he misses 2-0. Mentioned Strope, who threw the other day, will do that again. Morrow, at least not until July. And yet it's a first place team. You get those pieces back. Maybe you make a move. There's a throw to second. Wow. Looked like it might have been a close play, but the ball was dropped out there by Descalso.
The Cubs starting pitching is really good. Yep. They hit with power. They catch the ball really well. It's their bullpen that eventually is going to have to be upgraded.
Well, with Bryant due up, the Phillies would love to add an insurance run. Here in the background, fans get a little restless here after that Kingery double. Franco doubled his last time up, scored a run. Last on a 3-0, they green lighted him. Do it again here. Fair ball. Bryant throws him out.
You know, Ravi, we've seen more 3-0 swings than I've seen in a long time, in part because in this era now where guys just don't throw their fastball as often as they used to. That's the one count where you at least got a chance to see a fastball.
Yeah, but this one is not an overpowering pitcher in Ryan, and he has yet to throw a strike coming in. A little surprised there that they did give Michael the green light, knowing it's a left on right situation.
Atlanta and San Francisco will come your way next. Kevin and Doug have been providing us updates on that one. It's underway. It follows us here on ESPN, and then, of course, the continued look into the Verlander potential no-hitter. Pinch hitter Phil Gosselin now for the Philadelphia Phillies. As a pinch hitter, big-time numbers. You saw that .417 batting average. Five hits as a pinch hitter, which is tied fourth in the majors this year. 5 for 12. Pretty good speed out there at second base in Kingery.
So far, Ryan just staying away on everything.
There's a guy that came up with the biggest hit of the night for the Phillies, Andrew McCutchen. 7th inning, 2 men on, single, back up the middle. It plated those 2 runs to put him up. I guess I'm always struck, you know, you watch these big time college football games and they bring in a kicker who just can't kick a field goal, and you wonder, like, for all the things and pieces you have, you're missing that last ingredient, and you guess are reminded how difficult it is to put together a team in which you are confident and comfortable in every aspect of your team, because the bullpen is an issue here, and yet so many other parts of it are so fortified. And there are injuries, and that may be it, but it is just a tightrope walk for the Cubs in this situation. 3-2 on the way to the pinch hitter Gosselin. Nope, not yet.
I'm glad he stepped out, because I'm in shock that Gosselin not only took a 2-0 pitch, but then he took a 3-1 pitch right down the middle. I mean, you're the pinch hitter. You're not looking just for a walk. Those were pitches that were right center cut. And then he swings at a pitch that he has to protect, 3-2. That's mostly a pitcher's pitch. On the outside corner, down in the zone. Learning from Lenny Harris, the hit king when it comes to pinch hitting, you better go up there aggressive, ready to hit. When you have that hitter's count, you got to let it rip.
Good pitch. He froze him. Big out. And Ryan does the job.
What's going on up here?
Can't see what it is yet.
What is that? That's a Blazer? It's a Chevy Blazer?
Oh, this is dope.
It's beautiful.
I love the lights.
Oh, man, it's got a mean face on it.
It looks like a piece of candy.
Look at the interior. This is nice.
This is my sexy mom car.
I would feel like a cool dad.
It's just really chic.
Love this.
It's gorgeous.
I would pull up in this in a heartbeat. I want one of these.
That is sharp.
The all-new Chevy Blazer speaks for itself.
I don't know who they got to design this, but give them a cookie and a star.
Gatorade Zero. All the electrolytes, zero sugar. Get more out of Zero.
What is this? Some kind of one-of-a-kind Hawaiian vacation? Kind of. Sweet, fluffy King's Hawaiian buns on 3 new Arby's sandwiches.
Did the island thing look real?
I don't think so.
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
Gucci guilty. Pour Homme and the new Parfum.
The only thing better than this bourbon are the friends you share it with. Jim Beam Black, the world's highest rated bourbon. Their words, not ours.
Through the AT&T network, edge-to-edge intelligence gives you the power to see every corner of your growing business. From using feedback to innovate, to introducing products faster, to managing website inventory and network bandwidth, giving you a nice big edge over your competition. That's the power of edge-to-edge intelligence.
The ESPN Daily. Sign up now at espn.com/daily.
Kevin Connors here in studio. We hope you're enjoying ESPN's coverage of Major League Baseball. Due to time constraints, we move ahead to further action.
0 for 3 on the night.
With a walk. Last night it was the Phillies who won it in the 10th. Came back in the 9th. Now it's the Cubs trying to return the favor. Change up in there for a strike one.
And Rizzo has been so good in these situations. Likes to hit the ball to rights. It's a left center field. Staying closed right now. 0-1 count. Does not need to choke up on the bat. Now watch the adjustment.
Home plate umpire goes out, steps in front, cleans the bag. That one got a little piece of JT Realmuto, making sure that he's okay.
He goes up at least an inch on this bat with 2 strikes, knowing I have to put this ball in play. I have to move this guy along.
Behind 0-2. Here it is to Rizzo. Fouls one off his own foot.
Guys, and something to keep in mind, any ground ball hit to the right side of the infield, Gene Segura, which is the lone man on the left side of the infield, has to hustle to third base. So does Juan Nicasio, because Chris Bryant, one of the smartest base runners in the game, already understands and knows that, and it would be a foot race to third base if no one's there.
26 strikeouts on the season for Rizzo, 23 walks. Rips one into right field, and it is fair. It'll go to the wall. Bryant to third, being held there. Rizzo with a double, second and third. Nobody out on an 0-2 pitch.
Again, choke up on the bat, pitches up and in. This guy's one of the best low ball hitters in the game, but when it comes to making adjustments within at-bats, Rizzo comes through. Pitch up, in, stays short. Guy's the best hitter in the game. I don't care what kind of era it was Barry Bonds, and that's exactly what he would do from pitch 1 to the last pitch. Choke up and barrel baseballs. Anthony Rizzo now not only puts Chris Bryant 90 feet away, but puts himself in scoring position also.
All right, so what do you do here, Eddie?
Bring the infield in, exactly what the Phillies are doing. Even though you're up 1, go ahead and run at second base. You're on the road, you pitch to Contreras, and you might have to walk Hayward intentionally if you get Contreras out.
Cubs are 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position tonight. For those of you curious, that Verlander no-hitter, that bid is over. Abreu with a home run in the 7th inning, so no-hitter for Verlander.
Biggest mistake Contreras can do right now is try to hit a fly ball. Just try to barrel and hit it hard. The infield in like this, anything hard, the odds are in your favor.
Bryant's at third, Rizzo at second. Nobody out, bottom 9, Contreras.
Andrew McCutchen is playing really deep in left field, which of course he has to with a guy who hits like this, but any ball through the infield.
I think it's okay with no outs, because Brian Butterfield understands that with no outs he will hold Rizzo on anything hit straight up at McCutchen. With 1 out, you have to play a little bit in.
Good pitch there from Nicasio, and Contreras anxious now 0-2. 4th on the Cubs in RBIs behind Baez and Rizzo. and Bryant. And again, more pressure on Real Muto with a runner at third, the tying run at third to make sure that ball doesn't get past him.
I love this graphic here, guys. It's about the arm strength of each guy in the outfield. Look at Andrew McCutchen's arm strength, 93 miles per hour from left field. Now you're looking at Harper at 80 miles per hour, the arm strength, and Kingery 80 miles per hour from center field. Those are below average, both center and right. You're looking at average, above average in left field.
Contreras has swung at 3 pitches. Won't at bat. 1-2. Fielder's choice, first time up, singled, grounded out and flew out to center. Good crowd still on hand. Last night a sellout. Tonight a much colder night, but the crowd has not left. Some keeping score, a loyal fan base looking for a big win tonight. Nope. 2-2.
Time for that two-seamer down and in. Showing him 2 sliders away. You've already shown him the 4-seamer down the middle. First 2 pitches of the at-bat. I'm Michael Franco at third base. I can play a couple steps deeper. I don't see Bryant with no outs going on contact here.
He's not going home on unless he's certain he can make it here.
2-2. Spoils it. Well, the numbers for the relievers, especially the good ones tonight, have been turned around by the offenses. And for Nicasio, he has not allowed an earned run in his last 11 innings. Opponents are just 8 for 38.
Crossed up. I really think JT Realmuto, and he's not going to talk to his pitcher right now, but for some reason it looked like
he's exasperated.
He is shaking his head going, what just happened there and how did he react to that? Watch his glove. He's looking for this down there, and all of a sudden, whew,
like, how did I catch that?
The Phillies have 1 mound visit remaining.
You trust the slider. This is the moment to throw it. 3-2.
This is shallow. Let's see if Harper will throw it home. Bryant won't move, and Harper's throw is a good one. And there's 1 down. 2 shallow for Chris Bryant to even think about risking running home.
Smart call right there by Realmuto. Good decision by Nicasio to agree to the slider. Contreras looking for that fastball. Sold out on it. Caught him off balance.
Jason Hayward has delivered in this position before. He will not get a chance to do so now. They will intentionally walk Jason Hayward. It was on the 8th of May that he homered in the 11th to lead the Cubs over the Marlins, but they're not going to let Hayward do that again tonight. They're going to put it in the hands, the Phillies, of Nicasio to face Albert Almora.
And Almora has also come up big for the Cubs in this tight game situations late in games.
First pitch tailing towards the seats, and it will get right into the first row. Nicasio picked up the first save of the season last night.
Guys, watch where Segura is. He's playing a little pull side there. Almora likes to hit the ball up the middle in late game situations. Try to play Pepper back with the pitcher.
Winning run is Rizzo. He's at second base. Slow roller, play to home. Safe for time. An infield hit for Almora, and it's 2-2.
And again, Ravi, Chris Bryant scored on that play, got a tremendous secondary lead there, and beat that throw to the plate.
Absolutely right, Tim. Both runs for Chicago have scored tonight because of the legs and decision-making of Chris Bryant. Watch the secondary there. As soon as he sees it, forced to go, takes a good secondary, slides through the plate. Doesn't try to pop up with it. Good pitch. Tough luck right there for Nicasio.
Phillies have called for the review. It's not close, and this should take no time at all. You can see Bryant's feet hit those of Realmuto before he even caught the ball.
Now, did he tag the plate? The thing is, did he step on the plate or did he step on his foot? Because the tendency is for every guy that slides, that foot pops up. And this is something that the Phillies are hoping that they see in New York. Did he beat it? Absolutely. But that the foot...
I think his right foot even beats that throw in there, but let's see.
That's what they're looking at.
Yeah, it's certainly worth a look. I mean, otherwise the game is tied.
This might be the best angle. Well, they called him safe.
I think even if the front of the foot was elevated, the back of the foot appeared to touch home. And now, to add some more drama to this situation, Joe Madden has pulled his ace. He's got Javier Baez with a bat coming to the plate.
This is interesting. You got Daniel Descalzo that was up at the plate, a left-handed hitter, is a veteran guy that knows how to slow down the game in this situation. Had a big triple last night, late in the game, and you're bringing in Javier Baez to hit.
Baez has done everything you can imagine from a player this season. He, of course, missed last night's game with a bruised right foot. He hasn't played at all tonight, and here he is pinch hitting with a chance to win it for the Cubs with one down. And he does it! Javier Baez, the hero tonight. The Cubs rally in the bottom of the ninth, and the MVP start to the season continues for Baez.
The ESPN app, now with ESPN Plus. Get more ESPN and download now.
This is SportsCenter Los Angeles.
Raptors get even. How Toronto made it a best-of-3 series, headed back to Milwaukee. Post-game reaction with Stephen A. and Tim Legler. Fighting for their first cup, the Blues reach their first Stanley Cup final in 5 decades. Barry Melrose joins us. And aces on the hill, Justin Verlander nearly perfect, while Clayton Kershaw dominates the Trop. Now on SportsCenter.
Person with the best story is Brand.
None of this makes sense, huh?
There's nothing wrong with having a little popcorn during the game, right?
Yes, it's SportsCenter from Los Angeles. That is Stan Verrett. I am Linda Cohn. Barry on the Blues back in the Cup final. But first, Let's go north.
Yeah, where the Raptors were trying to keep their chances of getting to their first NBA Finals from going south. Down 2-1, a win pulls them even with Milwaukee. A loss puts them on the brink of elimination. Toronto hoping to build on the momentum from its double overtime win at home on Sunday. Kawhi Leonard a little banged up and a little fatigued.